Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of tonight's high school varsity boys soccer contest between the hosting Framingham High Flyers and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. You can see the visiting Warriors warming up here on the left side of the field, wearing their white jerseys with their blue outline jersey numbers. And then over here on the right, you can see the hosting Flyers warming up with their dark blue jerseys and white jersey numbers. We're about 13 and a half minutes away from the start of this game, according to the scoreboard clock. So let's take a look at these two teams. Framingham coming into this one with a strong record at 6-1-2 overall and 2-0-1 in league play in the Cary division of the Bay State Conference. Brookline, meanwhile, having a bit of a tough season so far, 4-6-2 overall, 0-4-1 in league play. Brookline did graduate a lot of seniors off of that magical 2021 state championship team. So the decline in record, not unexpected, still tough for the players and coaches out there on the pitch, but not unexpected, as Brookline trying to sort of rebuild, as it were. That one tie that both teams have in league play is actually against each other, funnily enough. Back on September 13, these two faced off in Brookline and played to a scoreless tie. So we know Brookline can hang with these Flyers, even despite the disparity in overall records. And we'll see how they handle that competition here today in the rematch. Framingham ranked 11th in the most recent MIAA Power Rankings for Division I boys soccer with a 7-1-4 overall record. So Max Preps, which I was reading off before, a little behind. Meanwhile, they have Brookline 35th at 1-7-3. So again, a little bit of confusion between the records on Max Preps and the records on MIAA. MIAA is more official, so I'll go off of that. But like I said, these two teams hung in for a close game last time. So even with the big difference in rankings, the big difference in records, you cannot count out the Brookline Warriors in this matchup. We got a little over 10 minutes left before this game gets started. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, happy to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity boys soccer contest here at Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. So let's take a look at the rosters of the two teams coming in today. We'll start with the hosts, the Framingham Flyers. Going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a senior co-captain, number 00, Tyler Ingham. Next up, we have a junior, number 1, Sam Alexander. A senior, number 2, Shay Callahan. A senior co-captain, number 4, Tyler Knox. A senior, number 5, Diego Miranda. A junior, number 6, Brendan Walker. A senior co-captain, number 7, Jack Carney. A senior co-captain, number 8, Liam Gilbert. A junior, number 9, Ben Dionisio. A senior, number 10, Yuri Teixeira. A senior, number 11, Gilberto Morales. A sophomore, number 12, Jordan Cohen. A junior, number 13, Gus Dos Santos. A junior, number 15, Ryan Viana. A junior, number 16, Kaik Reese. A sophomore, number 17, Jason Rappa. A senior co-captain, number 18, Ben Sharon. A junior, number 19, Daniel Ribeiro. A senior, number 21, Brian Bueno. A senior, number 22, Patrick Simoes. A junior, number 23, Anthony Frois. A sophomore, number 26, Nico Harutunian. And finally, a sophomore, number 29, Oscar Ramirez. That is the roster for the Framingham Flyers. Now let's move over to the other side, take a look at the visitors on the scoreboard today, the Brookline High Warriors. Once again, going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a senior, number 1, Liam Sheldon. A junior, number 2, Gabriel Spaggett. A senior, number 3, Ethan Gauche. A junior, number 4, Jason Rabat. A junior, number 5, Oliver Stern. A senior, number 6, Marco Chernychev. A junior, number 7, Danny Dokov. A senior, number 8, Ellery Nisler. A freshman, number 9, Nico Liteplo. A senior co-captain, number 10, Toshiki Kobayashi. A junior, number 11, Eamon Boschel. A senior co-captain, number 12, Julian Gravero. A junior, number 13, Henry Ames. A senior, number 14, Taj Horowitz. A sophomore, number 15, A. Sebastian Cuervo. A senior co-captain, number 16, Max Luby. A sophomore, number 17, Grady Ames. A senior, number 18, Sam King. A senior co-captain, number 19, Oscar Kulkarni. A junior, number 22, Liam Alcalay. A freshman, number 23, Max Dalbianco. A freshman, number 24, Wallace Lawrence. A senior, number 25, Zaid Al-Fakuri. A senior, number 26, Nico Sever-Walter. A sophomore, number 27, Jack Fitzgerald. A senior, number 28, Roham Paslar. And lastly, a junior, number 99, Jackson McGee. Head coach of the Brookline High boys soccer team is Kyle Bolu-Jones, with assistant coach Chad Pelton. So that is the roster for Brookline this year. We're about 5.5 minutes out from the start time here at Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. Brookline against Framingham, boys varsity soccer. If you enjoy this live stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. We got plenty of Brookline Warriors athletics action coming up. We got some more boys soccer games, some girls soccer games, some football games, all for your viewing entertainment, and you can more easily stay tuned for those by subscribing to the channel. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. You know, if I'm mispronouncing someone's name, don't hesitate to correct me. You're not being rude. You're helping me. Um, and if there's anything you notice in terms of like technical difficulties or anything like that, it might be something I can't do anything about, but it might be something I can fix. So again, you're not being rude, you're being helpful. Even if you just want to do something as simple as, say, go Brookline or go Framingham, you can do that as well. That's a perfectly valid reason. And if you want to tell me where you're tuning in from, it's always a fun thing to hear. People tuning in from all over the country, even all over the world sometimes. I think last time I covered boys varsity soccer as part of the Kicks for Cancer event. I think I heard that someone was tuning into the live stream from Ireland, so that was pretty cool. And I remember last year's state championship game, I heard pretty cool. And I remember last year's state championship game, I heard some people were tuning, a person was tuning in from Norway, another one was tuning in from Scotland. So, if you want to, shout out where you're tuning in from, that's a perfectly valid reason to get in a live chat as well. So I encourage that audience participation. The two teams have gone to their respective benches, so we will be getting this game underway soon. Just over 3 minutes on the pregame clock. Like I said before, these two teams fought to a scoreless tie in Brookline back on September 13. So we'll see what kind of a match they have for us here tonight. The speaker's testing out the national anthem, so I guess we'll be getting the full thing here today. We'll start with the national anthem before we play. But when you have the games at the full stadiums with the sound systems and you're able to get people to work those sound systems, why not, right? I mean, I remember last year I covered a game between these two teams, and it was being played at the campus of Framingham High School, just at a field. There was no, I don't think there was a scoreboard, and there certainly wasn't a sound system. And it's similar when we cover games at Brookline at Skyline Park. No scoreboard, no sound system there, so we can't do all the pregame song and dance. But at a football field like this, they've got all the setup they need.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our class of 2023 senior night, where the Framingham Flyers take on the Brookline Warriors.
Oh, and it's also senior night for Framingham. I didn't realize that.
Starting lineup for the Warriors, we have number 11, Eamon Boschel.
They're announcing starting lineups. First for Brookline, number 11, Eamon Boschel. Number 15, A. Sebastian Cuervo. Number 3, Ethan Ghosh. Number 14, another senior, Taj Horowitz, both Ghosh and Horowitz seniors. Number 18, Sam King, another senior. Next, a senior co-captain, number 10, Toshiki Kobayashi.
Number 19, Oscar Kulkarni.
Another senior co-captain, number 19, Oscar Kulkarni.
Number 16, Max Libby.
Another senior co-captain, number 16, Max Luby.
Number 8, Ellery Nisler.
Next, another senior, number 8, Ellery Nisler.
Number 26, Nico Serval-Walter.
Another senior, number 26, Nico Sever-Walter. And then starting in net, Number 99, Jackson McGee.
And for your Framingham Flyers.
Now for the Flyers.
Number 2, he's a senior, Shea Callahan.
A senior, number 2, Shea Callahan.
Number 4, senior captain, Tyler Knox.
A senior co-captain, number 4, Tyler Knox.
Number 5, he's a senior, Diego Miranda.
Another senior, number 5, Diego Miranda.
Number 7, senior captain, Jack Carney.
Another senior co-captain, number 7, Jack Carney.
Number 8, senior captain, Liam Gilbert.
Another senior co-captain, number 8, Liam Gilbert.
Number 10, senior, Yuri Texera.
Another senior, number 10, Yuri Teixeira.
Number 11, senior, Gilberto Morales.
Another senior, number 11, Gilberto Morales.
Number 19, senior captain, Ben Sharon.
Number 18, a senior co-captain, Ben Sharon. And then another senior, number 21, Brian Bueno.
Number 22, senior, Patrick Samos.
Another senior, number 22, Patrick Samos.
And in goal, your senior captain, Tyler Ingham.
And then another senior co-captain in net, number 00, Tyler Ingham. And now here comes the playing of the national anthem. That was our national anthem, and we're about to get this game underway. So, senior night for Framingham feels a little early in the season for that, but, you know, I'm not going to judge. No matter when it is in the season, it doesn't hurt to honor your senior players. And both teams bringing out a number of seniors on their starting lineups. So this should be a good one. The two teams huddling up, getting ready to start the first half. Warriors break out of their huddle. Flyers break out of theirs. Brookline with a starting lineup featuring Ethan Ghosh, Ellery Nisler, Toshiki Kobayashi, Eamon Boschel, Taj Horowitz, A. Sebastian Cuervo, Max Luby, Sam King, Oscar Kulkarni, Nico Sever-Walter, and Jackson McGee. I might have missed one or two in there, but I believe I got at least most of them. I think they also said Oliver Stern. For Framingham, they have Tyler Ingham, Shea Callahan, Tyler Knox, Diego Miranda, Jack Carney, Liam Gilbert, Yuri Teixeira, Gilberto Morales, Ben Sharon, Brian Bueno, Patrick Samos, and I do believe that's it. So they're starting all seniors for Framingham. Brookline getting the opening possession, playing from my left, while Framingham plays from my right. Here we go. Brookline, the opening possession. That's Beauchelle taking it across midfield, passing to the outside. Pass goes back to Beauchelle, and now they send it back to the back line. It's touched across to Nico Sever-Walter. Sever-Walter passes it down to Gauche. Gauche sends it up the line, bouncing a couple times, taken away by the Flyers. That is number 17 trying to fend off the pressure, can't do it, and it's cleared out. A long kick coming off the foot of Gauche. It's kept in bounds, recovered by Framingham. Kicked into the air, deflects. Beauchelle gets a foot on it, sends it to the outside. Dribbling down the far side, I think that was Luby, touched ahead. Kulkarni tried to move it ahead, but nobody there. And it's cleared out, and it's going to go out of bounds. Quick throw in from Gauche. And it's taken away from Horowitz, but then recovered after the scrum. Now Framingham takes it back. Couple quick passes. Now popped high in the air. Number 7, Jack Carney, did not go for the header, but instead it's going to bounce a couple times and be cleared out by Horowitz. Brought back in by Framingham's number 17, Jason Rappa. And that one was lost out of bounds. Horowitz could not keep it in. Rappa throws it in. And a couple deflections, and Framingham couldn't keep it in bounds. Number 2, Shea Callahan, was making the effort there. Now Brookline trying to move the ball, nothing doing there. Stolen away, but it goes all the way back to Sever-Walter. Sever-Walter kicks it upfield, kicked back by Rappa, and that's going to bounce all the way to the arms of Jackson McGee. McGee rolls it in. Kicked up the far side, stolen by Framingham, and that's out of bounds. Throw in, goes off Callahan, another deflection, and then booted away by Brookline. It's knocked out of bounds by Rappa, as he was trying to keep it away from Horowitz. Horowitz throws it in. It's taken, I believe, by Beauchelle and stolen away. Now Carney trying to work it upfield, can't do it. Stolen away, that is Max Luby. Luby fended off one defender, but then it's taken away by number 21, Brian Bueno. Long leading kick is too far. McGee kicks it away. I believe that's Kobayashi who passed it back. Now attempted pass across, intercepted. Now stolen back, good recovery effort there. As I believe that was Beauchelle. Long leading kick goes off the head of Gauche. Now recovered, but not well enough. Stolen back. Pass tries to go through, walled off by Brookline, as that one is knocked out of bounds. I'm a bit high up here at Bowditch Field, so I am struggling a little bit reading the jersey numbers, but I'll do the best I can to keep up with who's got the ball. Pass goes back. Now it's lifted down the far side for Gauche, stolen away by Carney, but they call the foul. Free kick coming up for Brookline. Beauchelle to take the kick. Here's the kick. Sailing in. Deflected away and stolen by Rappa. Long pass taken away by Beauchelle. Beauchelle passes back to Sever-Walter. Sever-Walter sends it across to Ellery Nisler. Nisler trying to get around Bueno, but it's lost out of bounds, stays with Brookline. Throw in goes up the line, deflected a couple of times. Taken by Framingham, and Nisler couldn't break up that pass. Framingham on the attack, and Nisler recovers and knocks it away. Cleared out by Sever-Walter. Couple of bounces and stolen away by, I believe, Sam King. Taken back by the Flyers. Lifting and an offsides call. Callahan was racing after that one, but smart play by the Brookline defense. Staying ahead of him on that one to draw the offsides. Free kick launched across midfield. Goes off the head of a Flyer. Now off the head of a Warrior. Downed by Brookline. Pass to Beauchel. Beauchel's pass ricochets like a pinball. Still pinballing around. Attempted clear by Framingham. It's still bouncing all over the place. Collision results in Brookline getting the ball. Got some space to work. Lifts it towards the middle. Could not get a boot on it, and it's cleared out by Framingham. Some physical play. We got a Flyer down on the field as this save is made by Ingham, and now we stop play. They're calling out the trainers. Can't see which Framingham player it was. Collided with a Brookline player on the attack. Looks like the player's gotten back up. Coming off, looking slightly hobbled, but hopefully nothing too serious. Again, having a bit of trouble seeing the jersey number. I think it's number 8, but I'm not entirely sure. Might actually be number 5. As this long free kick from Ingham deflects. Now Brookline trying to clear it. Ball just going through those players as now it goes into open space, knocked out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in, deflected down and out of bounds. Stays Brookline ball, another quick throw in. And Brookline trying to work it up the far side. Through pass sent, broken up and booted in the air by Framingham. That's going to go back out of bounds. I believe that was number 6 on that play, Brendan Walker. Throw in, deflected. Pass to the outside. Kicked up field to Carney, stolen away from Carney, but out of bounds. Number 9, Ben Dionisio. On the throw-in, off the head of Carney, off another couple heads, and they're going to say last touched by Brookline. It was Sever Walter who is in there trying to break that one up. Dionisio, another throw-in, goes off ahead, and they're going to say again off the head of Sever Walter as he was covering Callahan. Dionisio, another throw-in. Almost 10 minutes into this contest, no score as of yet. Dionisio throws it in towards the box. Favorable deflection for Framingham, but it's caught out of the air by McGee. McGee punts it, bouncing along, deflected, taken for a second by Brookline. Kobayashi, some fancy footwork to keep it with the Warriors, but the long kick is taken away by the Flyers. Carney trying to work up the near side, stolen away by Gauche. Gauche lifts one far, and it's deflected away, taken by Beauchel. Pass is deflected. Beauchel kicks it again deflected away. Now taken on the outside by the Warriors. Pass towards the middle. They send it back to Bochelle. Bochelle taps it ahead, looking, I think, for King. Throw in for Brookline now. Deflected now, taken away by Brookline. Pass to the middle. And they couldn't get a clean pass that time. It's taken away by Kearney. Long kick is going to bounce all the way to McGee, and he's going to scoop that one up. Roll it back in. Tapped along and lost out of bounds. Last touched by Brookline. Throw in goes back. Framingham dribbling with it. Kick goes through into the arms of McGee. McGee boots this one off the head of Dionisio. And it's knocked away. Good play by Kearney. Kearney approaching, sends a pass through. Oh, just barely broken up by Sever Walter. Recovery blocked. Great defensive effort by the Warriors to keep this one scoreless. That seemed like the juiciest of chances for Jack Kearney and the Flyers. Throw in goes to number 11, Gilberto Morales. Passed back, lifted, bounces past Callahan as Callahan falls to the ground. Long kick chased down by Dionisio, passed back. And number 18, Ben Sharon, passes across. Now they send it upfield. Number 8, Liam Gilbert, passes to the outside, passed upfield to Callahan, back on his feet. Pass intended for number 22, Patrick Samos, but just out of reach, and so McGee clears it out. Now a couple deflections, wrestling for the ball, and it's kicked upfield. Cut off and kicked away by the Flyers, lost out of bounds, and it went off the hand of Kearney anyhow. Some quick substitutions coming in for Brookline. Number 7, Danny Dokov, and I believe I saw number 24, Wallace Lawrence. Gauche on the throw-in. Throw-in gets to, I believe, Lawrence. It's knocked away, stolen by Kearney. Kearney, pass to the middle. Lost for a second, but recovered. Now a long kick across the middle. Gauche tried to clear it, but couldn't get a foot on it cleanly. Now it's cleared out. Brookline trying to work it up the field, knocked away. Ball goes through, knocked ahead. Now it's going to be chased down by Rappa. Rappa manages a long kick, and it's scooped up by McGee. Long kick from McGee, knocked down by Lawrence, and Kearney knocks player down from behind. That was Dokov. No call, though, as Morales lifts a long leading kick, almost taken by Framingham. Instead, it'll be a foul on Framingham. Good defensive hustle for Brookline from, I think that was number 9, Nico Liteplo. McGee a long kick. Deflects in the air. Still deflecting now. Framingham takes control, passes to the outside to Kearney. Kearney trying to work around several defenders, knocked away by Dokov. Sever Walter passes it ahead. Now sent to the outside to Gauche. Gauche lifts it. It's knocked down by Framingham. Stolen for a second by Luby, but then cleared out by the Flyers. Off the head of Gauche, that's going to go out of bounds. A mass of substitutions for Framingham as they bring out a number of their seniors and send in a flurry of new players. Throw in gets headed down, now booted away by A. Sebastian Cuervo. Long kick off the head of Sever Walter, I believe, now taken by Dokov. Pass over to Boschel. Boschel passes back to Nisler. Nisler taps it to the outside for Leteplo. Lost out of bounds. It'll be Framingham ball. Throw in. Deflected. Now booted away. It's a couple players collided, and so Brookline takes advantage. Kicks it out to the far side. Lost out of bounds. Stays Brookline ball. Throw in a little too fast, as a sub was coming in for Brookline. Oh, there's number 9, Nico Leteplo. So I completely misread the number on the far side back. Stolen away by Framingham. Try and work it up the side. It's cleared out by Sefer Walter. Passed ahead by, I believe, Cuervo. Now knocked away. Stolen by Framingham. Long pass deflects off a defender. Oh, this is a breakaway chance for Framingham. Number 26 shoots, and McGee cannot stop it. Framingham first on the board in the 17th minute. Number 26, Nico Harutunian. That ball knocked off the foot of a Brookline. That ball deflected off of the foot of a Brookline defender, and after that, just rolled into open space, and Harutunian just turned on the jets, got himself a breakaway chance, and did not blow it. 1-0 now the Framingham lead. Framingham again going back on the attack. They're sending another leading kick for Harutunian. Harutunian's shot this time can't get a good foot on it. It was a nice through pass sent, I believe, by number 7, by number 6, Brendan Walker, who I think got the assist on the goal itself. But this time, Harutunian could not get a good foot on that one. So now a goal kick for McGee. Long, high kick off the head of Harutunian and out of bounds. Throw in coming from Gauche. Taken by Luby. Luby dribbling through his pass, deflected but taken by Nisler. Kicked upfield. Finds a target. Another long kick is knocked away by Framingham. Framingham trying to work their way through with some passes, but this one is going to be chased down by Sever Walter, kicked back to McGee, who launches it high in the air. Bouncing off a couple of heads, and the over-the-back call goes against Framingham. Free kick for Brookline. They try and rush it along. Off a couple of heads. Taken for a second by Framingham. Tripped up, and they're going to call the foul against Lawrence there. Already we've got more score in this game than we had in their last matchup back in Brookline. 1-0 the Framingham lead here in the 19th minute. Kick is knocked down and controlled by Dokov. Dokov dribbled a little too far, but it's knocked out of bounds by Framingham, so it stays with Brookline. Brookline throws it in. They keep control. Pass to the middle for Dokov. Dokov couldn't get a clean pass off. It's kicked away by Harutunian. Now McGee boots this one as the race was on there. Knocked down, kicked by Dokov. Knocked away by Framingham. Pass to the outside to Harutunian. Harutunian sends a kick down to the opposite end to Carney. Carney trying to work the edge, and he gets tripped up and draws a foul against, I believe, Bochelle. So a free kick for the Flyers from about the 30-yard line of the football field. Free kick launched towards the box, off ahead, but it's a pop fly for McGee as he catches that one easily. Punts a line drive across midfield. It's deflected down, but there are no Warriors in sight. It's taken by Dionisio. Passed for Walker. Walker loses it, stolen away by Cuervo. Another pass. It gets to Dokov. Dokov pass to the middle. Tripped up is Cuervo. They're letting him play because Brookline still had possession. Now it's kicked out of bounds, and it will be Brookline ball. Throw in. Stolen now by Framingham. Leading kick, the race is on, and McGee just has to kick it out of bounds. Good work by Nisler to box out Carney as Carney was about to race past him and get another big chance at a goal. Some more subs coming in on both sides. Throw in. Goes to Gilbert. Pass back. Long kick. Bouncing along. Finally booted away by Dokov, and that's going to sail out of bounds. Another throw in. Knocked back. And now stolen by Brookline. Brookline tries the leading kick. It's knocked out of bounds by number 13, Gusto Santos. Was a good effort by the Warriors. Throw in. And now kicked up field. Deflected away, taken by Brookline, kicked up field. Now a fight for the ball. Lawrence gets it, passes to an open teammate, dribbling around, trying to touch a pass across, couldn't get his foot on the ball. Taken now by Gauche. And it's downed by Framingham. Passed ahead to Haratunian. And now another pass gets away from them. It's taken by Brookline. The pass from number 9 was off the mark. That is Nico Leteplo. Now McGee with the ball, launches it across midfield, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be Framingham ball. Dionisio throws it into Haratunian. Pass, misses Morales. He couldn't recover it. Bochelle takes it, pass to Gauche. Gauche's pass deflected but recovered by Cuervo. Touched back to Bochelle. Pass across. Touches a hand, but they just let him play. Dokov pass to the outside. A slide tackle gets ball first, and it's stolen away by, I believe, Oscar Ramirez, who fights off a couple of players. Passes to the middle. Attempted pass broken up by Sever Walter. Brookline passes back to McGee. McGee kicks it across midfield, and an over-the-back call against Dos Santos. Now Brookline will get the free kick. Dokov setting up to take this kick. Knocked away. And chased down by Ramirez. Ramirez dribbling, finally broken up by Brookline, and they take it back. Pass up the middle to, I believe, Cuervo. Pass goes back, and now goes back all the way to McGee. McGee launches it across midfield, headed down by Framingham, booted back by Gauche. Knocked down, but stolen away by Dos Santos. Dos Santos kicks it along. Leading pass, no offsides. Chance for Framingham. A pass back from Walker to Haratunian. Shot saved by McGee. Some fancy passing from Framingham got them a good shot, and Haratunian placed it very well in the corner, but great reach by Jackson McGee to knock that one away. This will be a corner kick for the Flyers. Morales lining up to take the corner kick for Framingham. Here's the kick. Off ahead. That was off the head of Dionisio, but well wide of the net. Got a couple subs coming in for Brookline. Lee Teplo goes out of the game, replaced by Max Luby, who re-enters. McGee with the goal kick. Headed towards midfield, knocked away by Framingham. And now they're racing for the ball once again, and McGee has to kick it away. Framingham's speed has been putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the Warriors so far here in the first half. This one deflected, and Bochelle passes it back. Nisler kicks it upfield. Couple deflections. Brookline takes it. Pass to Bochelle. Pass goes back to, I think, Kulkarni, who lifts it. Knocked away. Taken by Morales. Morales kicks it out. And now it's taken by number 15. Pass ahead. Number 9 racing past his defender. And McGee puts up the wall. Ben Dionisio almost had a golden opportunity there, but he could not get a clean shot off before he ran out of room, and McGee walled him off. Cuervo now passes it back. Nisler sends it ahead, finds his target. Pass is lifted, knocked away by Rappa. Deflections. And it's taken by Framingham, now taken by Brookline. Pass misses Lawrence and is kicked away, taken back by Brookline, but knocked away once again. Dokov gets a foot on it, a couple passes, winds up with Cuervo. Cuervo lifts it too far, knocked away by Framingham. Dokov lifts it up in the air, headed down and whiffed on the clearing kick by Framingham. And now a foul called against Brookline. Dokov was trying to get ball, but instead he got a player's leg. Just over 12 minutes left here in the first half. 1-0 the score in favor of Framingham. Free kick from Framingham. Deflected down. Sever Walter clears it away. And now it's taken back by Framingham. Morales past the outside, broken up. Good steal by Brookline. Bochelle now with the ball. Bochelle pass to the middle to Cuervo, ahead to Dokov. Dokov dribbling. Lifts one into the box. Just a little too far, and that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Framingham. Ingham lining up for the goal kick. Sends it upfield, deflected, goes back to Cuervo. Cuervo lifts it. And fighting for it, Brookline comes away with it. But it's knocked away. Taken by Dos Santos. Lifted high. Off the head of Gauche. Off another head. Now taken again by Dionisio. He's trying to turn on the Jets again. Slide tackle by Sever Walter to take the ball away. Pass to Dokov, back to Sever Walter, kicked upfield, taken away by Rappa. Rappa tries to send a pass through, broken up by Ghosh. Now taken and kicked upfield, but out of bounds. Dos Santos throws it back to Rappa. Rappa tries to pass it back, stolen by Luby. Luby dribbling with it, fakes, turns, shoots, it sails high. Best chance Brookline's had so far on offense today. Some great movement by Max Luby, but the shot just didn't come off his foot the way he wanted. And premature goal kick there from Ingham, as there were still some subs coming in and out. Ingham's kick. High. Downed by, I believe, Cuervo. Tapped ahead for Luby. Luby trying to lead for himself, but he's cut off by Dos Santos, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. Brookline's starting to be able to move the ball upfield a little bit, but they've got to keep up the pressure if they're going to get back in this ball game. Throw in towards the middle. Deflects off ahead. Back out of bounds. Brookline takes it again. Throw in again here, off ahead. Almost a chance for Brookline. That's Dokov. His kick deflected. Another kick is sailed high. Brookline starting to get some attacks together, but unfortunately for them, nothing has found the back of the net so far. Framingham just taking it out this time. Now kicks it upfield. Carney has it stolen by Brookline. Couldn't work his way around the double team. It's knocked back by Framingham. Morales goes to the ground as Dokov takes the ball. Pass. Finds Luby, back to Dokov. Dokov sends it to the outside, too far for Ghosh, and it's kicked out of bounds by Framingham. Seven and a half minutes left in the half. Ghosh, the throw in, goes off ahead, and Ghosh cannot keep it in bounds. Framingham to get the throw in. Rappa throws this one in, and it deflects out of bounds off of Dos Santos. Ghosh throws it in again. Taken by Dokov, passed to Cuervo, tapped ahead by Bochel, but not enough. It's taken back by the Flyers. Bouncing along, and I think we've got a foul call against Framingham. But it's quickly lost out of bounds, and now Framingham takes it back. 6.5 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Throw in, tapped along, knocked away by Nisler as he kept that away from Brendan Walker. It'll once again be Flyer ball. Throw in, couple deflections. Framingham trying to wrestle their way through. That was Carney, but he could not get through the wall of defenders. This one deflects off ahead and out of bounds. It'll stay Framingham ball. Rappa throws it in. Couple passes back and forth. And number 15, Kayak Reese, could not get to that ball in time as Brookline now works it upfield. It's taken by Luby. His pass deflected away by Dos Santos. Taken back by Framingham. Big chance for Kearney now. Kearney fending off the defender's shot. Saved by McGee. McGee putting in the work here in the first half. And Sever Walter boots this one upfield. And that is going to be a foul against Framingham. Brookline taking the free kick. Launched in the air. And it's downed by Framingham. Cleared out, taken by Dokov. Dokov trying to force his way through. Too many blue shirts in there. And it's taken away by the Flyers. Dos Santos dribbling around. Now lifts a kick to the opposite end of the field. Nothing there, and it's taken away, not taken away. It was quite a scrum between Walker and Cole Kearney. Framingham now controlling it around midfield. Pass to the outside to Reese. Pass back to Rappa. Kick upfield, bounces past Gauche. Sever Walter trying to take it and draws the foul on Kearney. That near side attack has been prolific for Framingham as Brookline keeps letting balls bounce past them on the back line. We got some more subs coming in. Cole Kearney taken out, replaced by Sam King. McGee, the goal kick. Deflects off ahead the wrong way, and Rappa chases it down and manages to kick it upfield and keep it in bounds. Kicked back by Brookline, but deflects the wrong way. Now a long leading pass by Framingham. McGee, like 30 yards out of the net, he kicks that one away. Dos Santos takes it, passes across to number 10. Another long leading kick, and McGee swoops in and grabs it. Pass upfield is taken by Dos Santos. Dos Santos' kick is deflected in the air. Dionisio tried to get a shot. It's blocked by Sever Walter and booted away by Cuervo. Taken now by Dokov. Dokov passes upfield, and it's actually taken. Brookline trying to go on the attack again. Centering kick off ahead, too high. A huge chance on the counterattack by the Warriors. But again, they just don't get the angle they wanted. So great advance by, I think, Luby and Horowitz. But the header off of Horowitz just didn't have the angle. Boschel now lifts this one for Horowitz. Horowitz lifts it towards the box, but nobody is there, and it's going to be scooped up by Ingham. We are in stoppage time now here in the first half. Stadium clock frozen at 2 minutes. Only the officials know when this half will end. Couple deflections downed by Dokov, knocked away, and taken by Rappa. Rappa taps it over for Dos Santos. Dos Santos lifts it ahead, and it bounces all the way back to McGee. McGee boots it up the near side. Off the head. Bouncing. Bit of a scrum for the ball. And finally into open field, taken by Dokov. Pass to Boschel. Out to the far side to King. And it's knocked out of bounds. And it's Brookline ball. Throw in for Brookline. And a foul called against Brookline. And is that going to be a throw-in or a free kick for Framingham? Looks like they get to throw it in, so they called a throw-in violation, I guess, against Brookline. Ball taken by Dokov. Tries to pass through, broken up by Walker. Out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in, off ahead. Deflected away. Booted ahead by Framingham, and McGee comes in and kicks it. Bouncing. Controlled by Dos Santos. Pass to the outside to Walker. Walker trying to send a leader. Deflects right to Dionisio. Offsides called. That was a great deflection pass by number 10, Yuri Teixeira. But the Brookline defense managed to move into position to draw the offsides. Again, Framingham trying to work it upfield. That kick headed away by Gauche. Deflected, taken by Dos Santos. Pass to the outside to Walker. Walker dribbling. Lifts it. Too far. One hops into the arms of McGee. McGee rolls it in for Sever Walter. Sever Walter taps it out for Gauche, who kicks it upfield. Taken by Dos Santos. Dos Santos dribbles around one defender. And it's knocked away. And that is going to be the whistle for halftime. We are midway through this high school varsity boys soccer contest here at Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. Our score at halftime, the Framingham Flyers 1, the Brookline Warriors 0. At this intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, the foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And as always, check out the description section of this video to see all that information you need about the Brookline Education Foundation, the website, the phone number, all of it down in the description section below. And remember, if you're enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of my upcoming live streams, and if you got anything to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. But for now, I'm going to go off the mic. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts, and I will be back for the second half. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts, for tonight's high school varsity boys soccer contest between the Framingham Flyers and the Brookline Warriors. Framingham leading 1-0 going into the second half. The lone score of the first half came off the foot of Framingham's number 26, sophomore Nico Harutunian, assisted, I want to say, by number 6, Brendan Walker. There were a few scoring chances on both sides, but Brookline couldn't really get anything on net, and the Brookline defense made some valiant efforts to keep this score where it is. Here we go, second half underway. Framingham, the opening possession. They kick it down the far side, and it's headed out of bounds by Brookline. Throw in by the Flyers. That's Jack Carney, number 7, lost the ball. It's recovered, pass to the middle to Gilberto Morales. He passes across to number 5. Pass ahead to number 21, Brian Bueno. Pass across the middle, leading for Morales. Pass out to Carney. Carney lifts it high in the air. High bounce. Bueno takes it, passes it back. Lifted. Goes off ahead, and it's going to be caught off one hop by Jackson McGee. So the senior lineup back out for Framingham here at the start of the second half. This, of course, is Framingham's senior night. Brookline starting on the attack. Max Luby passes it across the field, taken by Toshiki Kobayashi. Pass to the outside, and that's going to one-hop into the arms of Tyler Ingham. Punted towards midfield, bouncing along, kicked away by Nico Sever-Walter. Off the bounce, it's now booted away by Liam Gilbert. Back and forth it goes. Morales again with the ball. Carney tried to control it, bouncing several different ways. Carney does take it for a second, and Carney's still with the ball. Carney lifts one out to the near side for Bueno. Bueno trying to keep with the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Framingham. The defensive pressure coming from Brookline's number 19, Oscar Kulkarni. Now a throw-in coming from Diego Miranda. Is knocked back, wrong way. Miranda just chases it down, but now taken away by Eamon Boschel. Kicked ahead by Brookline, knocked back by Gilbert. Knocked down and kicked away out of bounds. Possession will stay with Framingham. Throw in from Miranda. Excuse me. Deflects a couple times, winds up back with Morales, passes back. Fake. Shot is blocked off the foot of Ben Dionisio, and it's scooped up by McGee. Punt is knocked down, taken by Morales. Morales pass to the outside. It's taken by Miranda. Lifted. And Shea Callahan trying to approach it there, but it's knocked away by Brookline. Brookline trying to work their way up the near side, but it's taken back by Bueno. Miranda takes it. Pass attempted, touch, give and go, but it's out of bounds, coming off the foot of Patrick Samos. Throw in, bouncing along and out of bounds. Back to Framingham. Off a head, off another head, bouncing back and forth. Now taken by Morales, passed back to Miranda. Miranda couldn't fend off the forward pressure, and barely it rolls out of bounds. Brookline ball, throw-in from Boschel. King trying to fight for it, but it's taken away by Gilbert. Gilbert kicks it up to Carney. Carney dribbling along, trying to fend off the pressure, but it's stolen away by King. Pass is broken up by Dionisio, and now Miranda kicks it high. Bueno trying to get the favorable deflection, and he does, as he heads it off the body of Bochelle and gets it to Framingham ball. Throw in from Miranda, bounces off ahead. Now Luby lifts this one high. And Horowitz was trying to chase that one down but couldn't do it. Chased down now by Ellery Nisler. Kicked all the way back to Jackson McGee. Callahan tried to slide in and deflect that, but could not get there. Now Gilbert kicks it up. Being chased down by Framingham. Coming up the far side. Pass. Dangerous chance. Still with Framingham. Bueno is cut off, and it's kicked out of bounds. The Brookline defense has had to fend off a number of scary chances for the Flyers here tonight. Frankly, they're quite lucky that it's just a 1-0 game, or at the very least, lucky to, have such scrappy defenders that have managed to just barely wall off some extra scoring opportunities. Miranda throws it in, off a head, off another head, and mishandled the dribble, so now Framingham takes it back. Morales passes back to Gusto Santos, who tries to kick it up the middle, but it's knocked away, taken by Brookline. Long kick to nobody, and that's going to go out of bounds. I believe that was Taj Horowitz who launched that one. Now a throw in for Framingham. Deflects a couple times, taken by Brookline. Barely get it ahead. Couple passes, winds up with Sam King, lifting for Max Luby. Luby trying to chase it. Luby fends off his defender, takes the ball, dribbling shot is blocked. Blocked by Gilbert, passed back to Luby once again. Luby again trying to get the angle, shot, one hops into the arms of Ingham. Max Luby with some tremendous effort there, but couldn't quite finish. Number of deflections now, somehow kept in bounds. Bueno takes it, and it's stolen away by Kulkarni. Some physical battles, but Brookline comes away with the ball. Pass upfield is taken by Gilbert. Gilbert pass to the far side to Samos. Samos' kick deflected by A. Sebastian Cuervo, but Samos recovers. Passes ahead for Carney. Carney with the ball, trying to dribble around his defender, cannot do it. Taken away, and no call on the trip, but it is knocked out of bounds. Brookline ball. Throw in, going up the far side. Horowitz. Horowitz breaks through his defender, but slips and falls. And now he couldn't get to the ball in time, and so the foul will be called against Horowitz. That was almost a great offensive push, but Horowitz just couldn't keep his footing. And so instead it'll be a free kick for Framingham. Goes off the head and into the arms of McGee. McGee punts it. Off a head, off another head, off a foot this time, and goes all the way back to the Brookline end, where McGee swoops in and kicks it away. Brookline trying to work it upfield. Kulkarni pass to King. King can't get through his defender. It's knocked away and booted out of bounds by the Flyers. Substitutions coming in on both sides, as both sides take off some of their seniors. Throw in now for Brookline. And a foul called against Gusto Santos. This will be a free kick for Brookline. Bochelle lining up to take the free kick. This one is lifted, off ahead. Taken away by Samos, pass to the outside, aimed at Harutunian, but it goes out of bounds. We're almost 10 minutes into the second half, still 1-0 Framingham. This kick deflected, but it goes right to Kulkarni. Kulkarni swings it across to, I believe, Gauche. Lifted high, and it deflects. Bochel heads it. King tries to tap to the outside, but couldn't get it cleanly, and it's booted away. Deflected into the air, and it's taken by Dos Santos. Warrior down on the ground as it's booted out, and he's back up. Looks like he's okay. Throw in, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball. Carney wanted some kind of a call there, but did not get it. Throw in, gets to King. King touches it back. Too crowded. It's taken away by Brendan Walker. Oh, bounces past the defender. Samos taking it. Samos off to the races. Broken up by Nico Sever-Walter, and that's going to force a corner kick. Here comes the corner, off ahead, and Brookline starting to work on the counterattack, but it's cut off by Dos Santos. Dos Santos dribbling on the counterattack, and it's knocked out of bounds. And I'm not sure what they called, but either way, another sub coming in for Brookline. This is number 9, Nico Leteplo. He replaces Sam King. This will be a goal kick for Jackson McGee. Booted towards midfield, deflected down, taken cleanly by Brookline, passed back, but that pass goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Flyers. Dionisio throws it in, deflects off some heads, and I think they called some kind of something on Brookline. So this will be a free kick for Framingham. Free kick comes into the box, headed out immediately by Brookline. Booted back, downed, but I think an offsides call against the Flyers. Quick free kick for Brookline as they're trying to move on the counter. Long kick knocked away by number 18, Ben Sharon. Quick throw in. Stolen, but taken back by Brookline, lifted towards the box, and taken off one hop by Ingham. Punted across midfield, and goes off the foot of Nisler, I believe. Now deflecting back and forth, it's controlled by Walker, but stolen away by A. Sebastian Cuervo. Passed, and it's deflected upfield, controlled by Leteplo, manages to get a pass away to Luby, now back to Bochel, lifted high, controlled, passed back to Cuervo. Cuervo knocks it back to Gauche. Gauche trying to come around, sends a leading kick, but nobody's there, and that's just going to bounce out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Ingham. Just over 26 minutes left in this one. Still 1-0 the Framingham lead. Long kick. It's controlled by Framingham. Pass to the middle to Yuri Teixeira. Teixeira gets around his defenders, dribbles across midfield, now lifts a leading pass for Walker. Walker has it, no offside. Centering kick came in low, which faked out his defender, but the second defender cleared it out. I believe that was Nisler. Long kick ahead, finds its target. I believe that's Luby. Pass back, knocked away. And that's going to be out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in to Cuervo, passed across to Bochelle. Bochelle lifts it, knocked away by Oscar Ramirez. Now dribbled by Dos Santos. Dos Santos keeps it in bounds, turns around pass, broken up, taken back by Kulkarni. Kulkarni fakes, passes ahead, finds Bochelle. Bochelle taps it back for Kulkarni. Kulkarni dribbling up the near side, but lost track of the ball. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Framingham ball. Throw in, deflected. Ramirez keeps it in. Pass ahead for Carney. Carney shot goes wide. It stays in bounds. This play is still live. Centering kick is going to be taken by Brookline. Pass is deflected into open space. Several players vying for it, and it's taken by Brookline. Touch pass off the mark from Leteplo, and now it's lifted all the way back to McGee. Punted high, off the bounce, goes off a couple heads. Now Teixeira boots it. Now knocked back, taken by Brookline. Pass to the middle, finds Bochelle. Bochelle lifts it. It's deflected away. Off ahead, back to Bochelle. Bochelle taps it over for Cuervo. Pass ahead, finds the target. This is Danny Dokov. Pass, misses Leteplo, but a deflection goes back. Now Leteplo's got it. Trying to fight around a defender, cannot do it as Dionisio takes it, but Leteplo takes it back, no call. Leteplo still dribbling, centering kick, deflects, and is cleared out. Brookline still trying to push it. Kulkarni sends it to the middle, knocked away. And this one is finally cleared out, as it goes back all the way to McGee. McGee lifts this one, off ahead, now booted upfield, knocked back. Teixeira tries a pass, intercepted by Brookline. Pass across for Kulkarni is broken up by Ramirez, and that draws a call against Brookline. Dos Santos lifts the free kick across midfield, goes off ahead, but is stopped by Brookline. Pass is touched for Wallace Lawrence, but he couldn't get there in time, and it's knocked away. Dos Santos' kick deflected in the air by Cuervo. Now swooping in and taking it. I cannot quite see the number. I think it's Gauche. As a couple more subs coming in for Brookline, I see number 17, Grady Ames, entering the game for the first time for Brookline. Framingham trying to work it up the far side. Some deflections, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Framingham ball. Throw in. Sever Walter kicks it away. Brookline trying to work it upfield. Trying to send it up the far side, but it deflects right back. Dribbling through, a pass is broken up, but goes right back to Brookline again. This is Dokov, or Leteplo, I think. Knocked away, stolen back. Lawrence, the shot blocked by Teixeira. Deflected out, recovered. This is Dokov. Sends a pass through to Kulkarni. Kulkarni centering. Pass. Score! What passing by Brookline! Fantastic pass by Oscar Kulkarni. I'm trying to see the jersey number of who scored that one, as I believe that was Max Luby. Max Luby off the assist from Oscar Kulkarni knots this game at 1 apiece here in the 60th minute. 20:51 on the clock. A relentless push from Brookline as several deflections from Framingham failed to fully clear it, and then Dokov finally got a great through pass to Kulkarni along the near side, and he sent a beauty of a centering kick, made the extra pass, and Luby was right there to knock it in. Fantastic play by Brookline to tie this up. Fighting for the ball, it's taken by Cuervo. Cuervo tries to touch it through, gets it there to Grady Ames, passed back to Kulkarni, lifted, deflected, taken by Dokov in open field. Dokov's got some space to work. Dokov tries to send a through pass to Leteplo, but it's broken up. Knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Brookline ball. Brookline trying to work their way through. Long shot sails high. I think that was Gauche that launched that one. Framingham clearing it upfield, goes off the head of Cuervo. Downed, controlled by Leteplo. Leteplo trying to work his way around the edge, but it's knocked out by Liam Gilbert. We got our first note in the live chat from Toby Prabhu. Let's go, what a pass, Oscar. That, of course, being one of the graduating members from the class of 22, but the team of the 2021 season, state champion Toby Prabhu Schlosser giving props to his former teammates. Happy to see you tuning in and showing your support, Toby. Hope things are going well for you in college. Jack Carney working it, passing to an open Samos. Samos centering kick, deflected, but it goes right to Carney. Carney can't lift it the right way. It goes out of bounds. Framingham was looking for the go-ahead score there, but couldn't get the angle. McGee kicks it towards midfield, bouncing along, off ahead and out of bounds. Throw-in goes off ahead. Deflects a couple times. Still deflecting towards the Framingham end. Scrumming for the ball. Still physically wrestling for it. And finally a foul is called against Brookline. Physicality between Ben Sharon and Danny Dokov, and finally they call the foul on Dokov. Free kick from Sharon. Off ahead. Kicked. And it goes right to Carney. Carney trying to fight his way through. Tripped up but stays with it. Passes. Aiming to lead for Samos. Sliding in and covering it up is McGee. McGee punts it. Deflects a couple of times, taken by Kulkarni. Stolen away. Ames fighting for it. Taken by Dos Santos. Dos Santos still with it. Dos Santos fires, and it's knocked away by McGee. Still in play, and finally out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick for Framingham. .5 minutes left in this one. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece. Lifted towards the box. Scrum for the ball. Cleared out by Brookline. Dangerous chance, as that one stayed in the box for a good bit. A deflection the other way, and that ball could have found the back of the net. Jason Rappa throwing it in. And it deflects out of bounds off Brookline. Dionisio throwing it in. Goes off ahead and out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Brookline. Eamon Bochelle coming back into the game for Brookline, replacing Grady Ames. McGee with the goal kick. Bouncing and then kicking. Chased down. Knocked back. And it's taken by Teixeira. Teixeira dribbling through, sends a pass, trying to lead. Sever Walter trying to cut it off. He gets pushed from behind and draws the foul. Sever Walter still down on the ground, and it looks like they were calling for the trainers for a second, and yes, the trainers are going to have to come in. Nico Sever Walter, who has made such a valiant defensive effort throughout this contest as the team's center back, is now hopping off the field, trying to keep off of that left leg, as he's now being helped out by his coach. And it looks like they're going to send in number 10, Toshiki Kobayashi, in his place. You know, it always looks rough when you see a guy trying to stay off one foot, but hopefully that's nothing too serious. So off the penalty against Framingham, this will be a free kick for Brookline. Long kick from McGee. Off ahead. Downed by Brookline. Now a long kick is going to float into the arms of Ingham. Punted. Bounced a couple of times. Kicked away. Kicked back. Recovered. And passed to the near side to Rappa. Rappa sends a pass over to Dos Santos. Dos Santos fakes, turns around, passes to the middle to Teixeira. Teixeira turns around, gets around his defender. Framingham wanted a foul call there, but didn't get it. Teixeira still running with the ball. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for Framingham. Or no, it's a throw-in. My mistake. Thrown into the box, headed away by Brookline, and it's going to bounce back out of bounds. Another throw in towards the box. This time booted high in the air. Headed away by Brookline, but recovered. Dionisio draws a foul. This is deep in the Brookline end. This free kick is going to be from a very interesting angle, almost the equivalent of a corner kick, except you do run the risk of the kicker just knocking it in. Brookline sets up a wall of a pair of defenders. Here comes the free kick. Deflects and does not go in. That one almost deflected off the foot of Samos, but it deflected the wrong way. Instead, McGee setting up for a goal kick. 10.5 minutes left in this one. We are tied at 1 apiece. And several deflections. It knocks out of bounds. Framingham ball. Throw in for the Flyers down the far side. Fighting for the ball. It's booted into the air by Brookline. Downed. Pass to the middle. Deflects back. Goes back to Gilbert. Lifts it high. Samos keeps it in bounds, but it's stolen away by Kulkarni. Kulkarni keeps with the ball. Passes back to Boschel. Back to Kulkarni. Kulkarni working up the near sideline. Kicks it upfield. Nobody there, and it's going to be taken back by the Flyers. Long kick from Sharon goes off ahead. Liteplo was trying to take it ahead but couldn't do it. Now it's knocked away by Kobayashi, taken by Liteplo. Liteplo still dribbling, swarmed by defenders, and he lost the ball. Kicked into the air, bounces past. Kulkarni knocks it over to Boschel. Boschel gets a pass from to Lawrence and then back to Boschel, but then taken away by Framingham. Now taken back by Dokov, gets it back to Boschel. Bochel's pass off the mark, aimed at Gauche. Throw in for Framingham, headed back out of bounds, stays with the Flyers. Another throw in. And a foul called against Brookline. Kick towards the box, punched out by McGee. Just over the head of one of the strikers trying to get ahead on it. Luby trying to chase down that ball but couldn't control it. Now a pass goes through to Luby. Luby couldn't fend off the two defenders and it's taken away by Gilbert. Kobayashi takes it. Touch pass goes ahead. Dribbling around. Pass to Boschel. Boschel dribbling across the middle, sends the pass across to Dokov. Dokov taps it to the outside to Gauche. Gauche fights his way through one defender and draws a foul. Free kick for Brookline as they're trying to put the pressure on for a potential go-ahead score. Free kick, heads towards the box, caught out of the air by Ingham. Just over 7 minutes, as you can see on that stadium clock. This one bounces out of bounds. Throw in from Kulkarni. And a foul call against Framingham. Looks like they've got Dokov setting up for the free kick. Dokov blocked somehow by Dos Santos. Brookline wanted a handball call, and they got it. Dos Santos almost got the most incredible block as he leaped way in the air and stretched his legs fantastically, but went off his hand. Now Dokov lifts it towards the box, deflects, still in the box. Another shot attempt is blocked by Framingham. Loose ball chased down by Kulkarni. Out of bounds, Framingham ball. Less than 6 minutes left. Actually, they called, I think, a foul on Kulkarni. So a free kick from the Flyers. Goes off the head of Carney, off the head of Boschel, downed by Harutunian. Now Boschel takes it, kicks it upfield. Brookline trying to work it through. Got a bit of an opening. I believe this is Dokov. Dokov could not fend off his defender. It goes back to Kulkarni. Kulkarni escapes from Carney, passes to Dokov. Dokov lifts it, goes off ahead, and bounces over to Rappa. Rappa boots it upfield, bounces off of Carney, deflected away and stolen by Boschel. Boschel sends a pass for Dokov, broken up by Rappa, taken by Carney, now broken up by Boschel, taken by Dokov, pass to Leteplo. Leteplo trying to fend off his defenders, can't do it, knocked away by Teixeira. Taken back by Brookline, pass to Leteplo. Leteplo passes over to Dokov. Dokov sends a pass to Boschel. Boschel lifts it. Goes over everybody and out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick. Max Luby was trying to argue that it went off the head of the Framingham back, but no go there. We are in stoppage time now. The clock frozen at 5 minutes here for the second half. Once again, the officials, the only ones who know how much time we've got left. Ben Sharon dribbling with it, sends a low kick across. It's booted right back by Brookline. Collision taken by Leteplo. Leteplo draws a foul. Looks like they're just outside of the box. This is a juicy chance for Brookline on the free kick here. Trying to see who's setting up for the free kick. See Wallace Lawrence off to the side of the free kicker. This is such short range. The kick sails way too high. Off the foot of Kobayashi. Ingham with the goal kick now. Downed by Nisler, passed ahead, sent to the outside, back to the middle. Leteplo had it for a second, trying to get it back, but Dos Santos now dribbling across midfield, sends a leader too far, bounces into the arms of McGee. McGee punts it, cross midfield. It's taken by Kobayashi. Kobayashi has the legs and ball taken out from under him. Framingham working it upfield. Dos Santos boots it. Sliced off the leg of Kulkarni, and they say it went off his... No, they're saying that's a foul call on Carney. Quick free kick from Nisler. Bouncing around, and the foul this time is called on Luby, as he got tangled up with Sharon. Sharon the free kick. Chased down by Carney. Carney lost control of the ball out of bounds. Throw in. It's booted out of bounds, stays Brookline ball. Deflects, recovered by Carney. Carney's kick upfield. And getting there first was Brookline. Harutunian couldn't get it, but it is out of bounds. Framingham ball. And they had to wait for a substitution as they bring Shea Callahan back into the game. Throw in. And foul called on Framingham. Or no, a throw-in violation on Framingham. That's the second time we've seen that called this game, one on each team. Thrown in back by Brookline. This is Cuervo, who took over as the center back for Sever Walter. He kicks it upfield. It's knocked away by Teixeira. Teixeira lost track of the ball, and it's out of bounds again. Kulkarni throws into Dokov, deflected, scrumming for the ball, and coming out with it is Dos Santos. Dos Santos dribbling, draws a foul. Another free kick for Framingham. Again, we do not know how much time we have left. Free kick appears to be coming from Teixeira. From about the 40-yard line, lifts it, deflects, and Brookline clears. Right back to Rappa, deflected out of bounds. That's going to stay Framingham ball. They're going to get the throw in deep in the Brookline end. Callahan throws it in. Goes off the head of Cuervo. Kicked upfield, taken away by Morales. Callahan could not keep it in bounds. Brookline ball. For a second, Brookline thought it was a free kick, but no, it is a throw-in. Throw-in, downed, kicked upfield, and there's the triple whistle. The final score here at Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. The Brookline Warriors won. The Framingham Flyers won. So the two teams finish with a pair of ties for the regular season series. 0-0 in Brookline, 1-1 here in Framingham. It was Nico Harutunian who got the score for Framingham in the first half. And then it was off the assist, I believe, from Brendan Walker. And then it was Max Luby off a beautiful assist from Oscar Kulkarni, scoring the equalizer in the second half. Thank you all so much for tuning in here tonight for live coverage of today's high school varsity boys soccer matchup between Brookline and Framingham. What a great game it was. I mean, it really looked in the first half like Framingham was just going to run away with it, the amount of scoring chances they got. But Brookline adjusted their game beautifully, started to apply some pressure late in the first half, and then followed that up in the second half with a much more even back and forth game. And ultimately, Brookline was able to score the equalizer. So great efforts from Brookline, a great comeback tie. And that's how we're going to end this one, 1-1. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. We got plenty of Brookline sports on the docket throughout this fall season. So be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help. Happy to see folks contributing in the live chat throughout this game, including a couple of former Brookline players from last year's state championship team. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for your comments. If you have any comments you want to say and the stream is over, you can put them down in the comment section down below. Also go down below to the description section where you can find all the information you need about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. The link and phone number for that charity can be found down in the description section. If you check out the bottom right corner of your screen, you can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sportscasting services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Below that, my email address, jgems88@gmail.com, if you just want to contact me directly with any questions or requests. And then below that, the URL to my Instagram account, instagram.com/jgms88, where I post highlights from previous live streams. So follow me on Instagram, and you'll probably see that pretty goal from Kulkarni to Luby from this very game later on this week. But that's going to wrap it up. Brookline 1, Framingham 1 from Bowditch Field in Framingham, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.